Hello everybody and welcome back to our NASCAR career mode here in NASCAR Heat Evolution. My name is James or JT Plays here on YouTube. And welcome back to Daytona International Speedway for tonight's running of the Coke Zero 400 presented by Coca-Cola. We're looking for win number 2 and also to improve our point standings. How have we done that so far? Well, we finished inside the top 30 numerous times, maybe 3 or 4 times so far this year. We have not, or maybe less than that, but it's been a good year so far, and hopefully Daytona, it's a wild card race. Hopefully it can do us again a favor, again for us. That's what I meant to say. But under the lights at Daytona, let's get into qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. And it really didn't go so hot. You see here we're entering our hot lap here. Lap 202 single car runs at Daytona, at Talladega. Everywhere else, because those two are restrictor plates, everywhere else you can run packs, it doesn't matter. But at Daytona and Talladega, single car runs. So you really have to make sure you hit your marks perfectly in qualifying. Obviously the race is so much different than qualifying, because qualifying, A, you're alone, you're not having to deal with anybody. B, it's daytime. Coke Zero 400, it's nighttime, it's under the lights, there's 39 other cars around you, maybe by the end 15 because of the big one or a couple big ones. But in qualifying here, things did not go so hot. We actually qualified dead last, so we're starting 40th with a 49.868 qualifying time. You see there the guys that advanced, but right now it's race time, and ladies and gentlemen, let's go racing from Daytona. So, lap 1 here. Well, we're already making some moves. We have already passed a couple cars here, 2 cars to be exact. Now we're looking at Ryan Reed's bumper, and really, we're not going to push anything. We're not going to be aggressive. There's a lot of race, 21 laps. I will say you can make about 11 or 12 laps of fuel. I think that's the max you can make. So we're going to be looking to push that as far as we can. Obviously, any caution in between will affect our strategy. So yeah, we get 11 laps of fuel left. We can make it to lap number 12 as it stands right now. Maybe some guys in the top 10 right now can make it to lap 15, or, you know, whatever, better fuel mileage, who knows. But I know we have to make it to at least lap 10 without a caution for our plan to work. And then we can run 11, 12 laps there. We run out the line. The race is over anyway. So, 2 things we're hoping for. Caution-free race, and for us not to mess anything up. So, now we're on lap 2. We're sitting back in 39th now, dead last. It's a lot of back and forth here, Daytona and Talladega, especially to start off. And the pit cycles before all that happens and whatever like that. But right now, we're just going to shift back and forth. Again, we see Ryan Reed for about the 5th time already this race. I believe, who's this? Landon Castle right in front of us. And then Ty Dillon on the high side in front of Ryan Reed. But Ryan Reed tries to shut the door here. That's not going to go too well for him. And now we are going to gain a lot of momentum. So, okay, it's David Reagan, the 38 Florida Lottery car. I thought it was Castle. It was Castle last year. That's the only reason probably I said his name. But it's David Reagan this year. Somehow I don't know all the names in NASCAR, even though I watch it every week. Go figure. Well, point is, we're still moving up, but now the pack is starting to get into single file lines and into some main groups. Cliques of about 7, 8 drivers, some maybe more like 15. But we are, for the most part, are all single file, maybe except for the pack we're in. You can see a couple guys run 2 by 2. Some guys up there, maybe 9 or 10 cars ahead of us. So maybe in around 30th, 29th, somewhere around there, they're still running double wide. But for the majority, pack is running single file. They're just trying to get their bearings straight. We are too. We're not making any crazy moves. We are still sitting 38th, 39th, 40th, still in the last 5 cars. But right now, I think we're going to try and make our move, and hopefully it pans out. So, first time up, we try and make it 3 wide. Thought better of it. Chris Buescher's right in front of us. He would not be friendly this race. He would not be friendly. He actually put us in the wall 4 times. 4 different times and occasions. I think this is one of them coming up. We're trying to make it 3 wide. He just gets loose or something. Then he continually hits us. I know Daniel Suarez did not get loose on the low side on the backstretch at Daytona. There's no way you could have, unless someone goes below you and makes it 4 wide. So that one's on Chris Buescher. There's the first of many incidents. So we're kind of mad about that, you know, brush it off, whatever. It's the beginning of the race. We're still not too bad off of it. We're still running 37th, 38th, and we've caught right back up in the blink of an eye. Ty Dillon is the only car off pace right now. He is dead last. Ryan Reed and myself, well, we're trying to battle to stay in this pack of about 7 or 8 cars. You see the second pack of us. They're growing their lead over us. We're running 2 wide all the way through. They have like 2 or 3 cars that are running 2 wide. So, you know, the pit stop is coming. Here's the second incident with Chris Buescher. Maybe he got mad at us for reasons beyond ourselves and our reasoning. So, there's the second incident. Here's the third incident, I believe. We're kind of mad now at him. Again, puts us in the wall. He's still 3 wide. He's not letting us pass him, right? Well, guess what? Lap 5 goes. Here comes lap 8. Guess what? Now, people are going to start to pit. Why this early? I don't know. They can very easily go 3, 4 more laps. 5 is pushing it. If you have a great fuel mileage, you know, campaign worked out in the race and in your head and your crew chief is all there with you, go for it. Great. But everyone else, see you later. We're dipping off to pit road, and we go from 37, 38, somewhere still around there by lap 8 to a top 10. And by lap number 11 on the back straightaway, you see we have the lead. So we are leading the field at the Coke Zero 400 presented by Coca-Cola at DIS, Daytona International Speedway. But now we have to make our pit run. So, so far no cautions. There's part 1 done. Part 2, pit when we need to pit. Guess what? That's going to be right now. We're going to duck off into pit road. A very easy entry at Daytona International Speedway. Just got to make sure you get below that 55 mile an hour threshold. We do that just fine at 53 miles an hour. And we are going to take no repair. I thought about it, but we're going to take no repair. We're going to take 4 tires, 4 Goodyear tires, and 2 cans of Sunoco race fuel. We're going to adjust the tape to 50% from 35%. All the tire pressures are the same. Wedge will not change. I like the car, I like how it's running in traffic, and that's all we're going to do. One thing I have learned, Moog will be our sponsorship, I believe, for the rest of the season. Unlike 2016, they really didn't do any updates to the game with sponsorships and career, so I think we're going to run with Moog, so just be used to seeing that red car on pit road a lot. Lap 16 now, we're running 22nd. This is after the pit cycle, and we've caught back up. Now we're looking at the rear end of Ben Kennedy's car. That's fine. Guess what? There he goes by the wayside into pit road with Bubba Wallace in 20th. So now we're 20th. Watch that ticker. 19, 18, 13, 12, 9, 8, all the way up to P number 1. Actually, P number 2. We got excited. We thought we had the lead. We smacked the wall pretty good there, but by the end and the backstretch of this right here, we're going to grab P number 1. So the cycle works out. Still have been no cautions, and we are going to be sitting pretty in first place at some point during the rest of this lap, I believe. If not, it's the next lap, but I don't think you guys will see it. And if you do, I forgot how I edited it already. So right now, Kurt Busch, he will go into pit road. So before we cross the line, we will have a lead at Daytona International Speedway. Only problem is Dale Earnhardt, Kevin Harvick, those guys are on 4 fresh tires. Fresher tires, I should say. And that's our only concern. But we're coming to the white flag at Daytona. That car in our mirror is Casey Kane. It is not Kevin Harvick. It is not Dale Earnhardt Jr. So all we have to worry about is, well, now Clint Bowyer and Kurt Busch. Guess what? Harvick and Earnhardt were on the same pit strategy. Guess what? They either ran out or they had to come in for a penalty. Something happened. We now have a very, very decent lead on Clint Bowyer, who is now going to finish runner-up. Casey Kane, he's 34th. Let him pass. No threat. Coming into turns 3 and 4, we almost lose the car out of excitement. We almost lose the car, but coming out of turns 3 and 4, at DIS under the lights for the Coke 0400. We see that checkered flag for the first time, and we're going to pick up our second win of the year. We win at Dover. We win at Daytona. A coveted Coke 0400 win. And ladies and gentlemen, that will propel us up inside the top 5 for point standings. More importantly, those 40 points for winning, plus a couple for lead lap, most laps led, passing cars, all that good stuff. So we gained a lot of points today, over 40, and we're going to move up in points guaranteed. So there's the final finishing order. I think it said Kurt Busch got second, maybe not Clint Boyer, but I don't really care who got second or third. All that matters is that we get first, and Kurt Busch did get second. Allmendinger actually gets third, so your top 3. We win, Kurt Busch, and then AJ Allmendinger, but we get $40,000 from the race purse. We get $5,000 from our primary sponsor, $2,600 from our secondary, and our secondary of Moog, an extra $4,000. We gain $51.6 thousand from today's race. And ladies and gentlemen, that's Daytona. That's race 17, and we go from 26th in points, or 27th in points, to 25th. But we have 2 wins, and more importantly, we have another trophy. And on top of that, we secure a second win on the year. If we haven't locked in our playoff seed now we have with the win. So kind of missing the checkered flag paint job on the bottle, but that's okay. I'll take a gray Coke bottle any day of the week. We won at Daytona, our first career win at Daytona, our second career win, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe we had a win last year, but this is our second win this year, and that makes 3 career wins. On the Move award goes to us, obviously. From worst to first, tough break, Earnhardt. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. He started 4th. He finished 33rd. They would have caught us. Make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen. They would have caught us. But next week, it is Kentucky for the Quaker State 400, presented by Advanced Auto Parts. And now we sit 4th in standings. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you from the Midwest or Midland of the USA in Kentucky for the Quaker State 400. We're 4th in points. We have 2 wins. We have securely locked our spot into the chase now. I can confirm that. We will be making the playoffs, so you guys will see playoff races here when the season comes to an end. But guys, let's go to Kentucky. Let's win 2 in a row, and let's get number 3 on the year. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. I'll see you guys later.